ARK players, tomorrow is a very big day for the game. The reason for this is the announcement of the new engine upgrade, Unreal Engine 5.4. Now, this is something that a lot of ARK players have been waiting for a while. I would say if you're a dedicated ARK Survival Ascended player, you've probably been waiting for this since launch, because you've probably come across some form of problem, whether it's frame rate issues, whether it's crashing, or something like that with the game. You've probably experienced it if you've played it long enough. Now, this new engine upgrade is meant to optimize the game dramatically, and Studio Wildcard are going to announce their summer plans, which is happening obviously this summer. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure to smash a like if you do enjoy, and consider subscribing to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and let's dive into the video. So if you don't know what I'm going on about, some people might not have a clue, because it's not actually, it's only been talked about actually on X. I can't get used to saying X. I don't know about you guys, I'm just so used to saying Twitter, and I'm trying to get used to it, but I just can never get used to it. But pretty much it all started off because Jeremy, the CEO, said to us that FYI, we are working on upgrading ARK Survival Ascended to Unreal Engine 5.4. This will result in major improvements to performance, memory, and graphics features, amongst other things, for all the game's platforms. ETA for the release is this summer. Then Jesse, who is also a, I think he's another co-founder, right? Co-founder at Survive the Arks, also responded to GP the other day. I think it was actually one day ago, saying 5.4, Unreal Engine 5.4 paralyzes the render thread, and ASA is very CPU bound on the render thread. Optimistic for dramatic performance improvements ahead. So this is something that the game has needed for a very long time, and in Survive the Ark's most recent community crunch, they said they are going to explain to us all of their summer plans, which are coming very soon, which I know many people are still hoping for the summer bash, but I think the more important thing over the summer bash is finally getting the game the optimizations that it's needed ever since launch. This will be very interesting, because if you haven't seen Digital Foundry's YouTube video on breaking down ARK, they actually gave ARK the worst optimized game they've done a video on to date. This is Ascended, by the way, which as an ARK creator is very upsetting to see, because I love this game. I've been so passionate about it for such a long time. Yes, of course, I've given it a little bit of hate as of recent, just because it's more coming from a passionate side, because I want the best for the game, and this is so big for any ARK players that are hoping to play the game without the constant issues that you've been having. Now, if you haven't seen the Digital Foundry video, the main stuff they talked about is how they did give it some love, because they mentioned that the game was beautiful, it was fully interactive and looked spectacular, but they go on to mention that their RTX 480 isn't handling 4K smoothly. Do you know what I find very funny as well, guys, is I do get a mixture of responses. The majority of responses are saying that they can't run the game smoothly, but there are the odd few people, which I would say it's probably about 70% they can't run the game properly to 30% in my comments, but there is 30% of people that don't seem to have any issues at all, and I find that quite crazy, because yes, I wouldn't say that I have the majority of I wouldn't say I always constantly have problems, but that's because as of recent I haven't actually been playing Survival Ascended as much as I normally do. But it'd be interesting to see someone who's not experiencing any issues to just tell me all about it, because I want to know. I think for console it's the biggest thing, because what they also say in their video is that the game, you're greeted with between 30 to 50 FPS on console, and obviously that's a big range of things, but when you actually go into a jungle biome or anything like that, you will glitch and you will drop to between 25 to 32 FPS, which has been a problem that ARK has seen ever since the early days of Survival Evolved as well. It's always been an issue that as soon as you load a jungle, you drop hugely in FPS. The Series S is a console that I had someone actually in the comment section the other day saying they have absolutely no problem with a Series S, and so many people responded saying, "What? You can't have a version of Series S? What's going on there?" So I personally haven't tried it myself, so I can't comment. I've only got the Series X, and I don't mind it, but I prefer playing on my PC just because I can change certain settings. You can change settings on a console, but it means lowering the graphics, because if you play on Xbox Series X and PS5, if you do change some of the graphics and stuff using the console commands, you can hit your 60 FPS. It is possible, but it is just not how the game is optimized right now. And this was fully tested by a lot of players that have recently done a review on ARK Survival Ascended, and it's just something people aren't happy about. So looking into the future of this update and why it's such a big day tomorrow is because this can really change the course of ARK Survival Ascended. It got so many mixed reviews because it was meant to be an upgrade from the past game, and it actually felt like they gave us a really pretty downgrade. And I would love to see this game have some huge benefits from the optimizations, and then maybe some people, I've already seen there are players returning to ARK, by the way. The player count is growing. Survival Evolved is growing more. I mentioned this in our video before. Survival Evolved is growing, but so is Ascended. And if they can bring players, but they lose a lot of players due to people losing everything, losing their stuff, dropping updates that break it. But if they can really get this game into more of a stable place, then start releasing more of the maps like Aberration and the upcoming one soon, I could see ARK Survival Ascended finally having a bit of a comeback. Am I being too optimistic myself? Maybe, but I've got faith. I'm about to say I've got faith in Studio Wildcard. I still have faith somewhere deep down inside of me. I have faith that Studio Wildcard can pull this off. Am I being completely stupid by saying that? Yes, and you are allowed to tell me that I am stupid in the comment section. I will not remove any comments, but if anyone tells me I'm being stupid, because I agree with you. I just am trying to give this last hope on Ascended to get it to where it needs to be. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please consider dropping a like on the video and subscribing, and come and join us in the Discord. Link will be in the description as always. If you want to grab yourself an ARK Survival Ascended server, the link will always be down in the description if you want to prepare for the new Aberration map, which is still a little while away, but you know, you may want to hold that one for one. Catch you guys soon, and thank you very much for watching the video. See you guys then.